Hey guys, how's it going? This is Autobot JCB here again for another How to Transform video. Today's video I'm going to be showing you how to transform and combine the 2002-2003 Transformers Armada Optimus Prime with the 2002-2003 Transformers Armada Jetfire. To get started, I'm going to be showing you how to transform Jetfire, and then we'll move on to Optimus in just a minute. So for right now, we're going to go ahead and set Optimus off to the side, and we're going to bring Jetfire in for his close-up. So the first thing you're going to want to do to get this one started is you're going to want to start by removing his plasma blaster off of his arm. We'll just set that offside because we're going to be using that later. And then in addition to his gun, you also want to remove his shield, which we'll also be using that later on. Now to get this one started, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start by taking this piece right here and rotating it down, or sliding it down just like that. And then take Jetfire's head, move his head just down just like that. Then these two panels right here, and here, just go ahead and fold those closed just like that. So the front end should look like that, as if you're turning him back into vehicle mode. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take his arms and just go ahead and flip and line those up straight. And then just go ahead and slide them right up into position like that. And then with his hand, you'll want to give it a quarter turn forward, so that little round plate right there on his wrist is actually facing forward. And then what you go ahead and do, make sure that's straight, sorry about that. Go ahead and line that up just like that. And then we go over here to the other side, straighten his arm, snap it up into position, rotate his wrist forward, and lean his arm straight just like that. All right. Now moving down to the legs, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start by folding in these wings right here on either side, just like that. And what you'll want to do is you want to go ahead and rotate the kneecaps 180 degrees so they go up a little bit. We'll go ahead and rotate the other one. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the entire center section of the main body. If it helps, go ahead and bend his legs out just a little bit. You're going to want to take this entire middle section and go ahead and rotate it all the way up until it opens up this space right here. The next thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and spread these two panels on the back. Go ahead and open those up. The wings on the back may get in the way, so if you have to move them, you can. It's really easy to do. So go ahead and open those up just like that. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the arms and just rock them over on this hinge right here. Just bring them around and line them up in there. Now you'll notice that right here on the arm, there's actually there's a pin right here, and then there's a little port right here inside the main body. That pin will just go ahead and fit right in there, and will actually secure the leg and keep it from moving around. So we'll go ahead and do the other arm, and we'll take it, we'll rock it around, and we'll bring it around and lock the pin right into the port right there, just like that. So go ahead and bring it back around. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the legs. Now sometimes the joints right here can be a little bit stiff. Mine are, so when I do this, I actually have to give it a good little knock just to kind of get it up into position. But you'll want to go ahead and push it all the way up until the kneecap actually covers up this little screw hole right here. So it'll look just like that. Go ahead and do that on the other side as well. Give it a good knock and get it all the way up into position, and it covers that up. The next thing you'll want to do is you'll want to take the wings and you'll want to bring them all the way down, just like that, and then roll them around on the hinge just like that until they look like that. So on the other side, we'll bring the wing all the way down, and then just rotate it on the hinge right here all the way to the front until it stops. So it'll look just like that. Excuse me for 1 minute. Got a pin that came out. There we go. All right, now for the nose of Jetfire, I know I said what you'll want to do is you'll want to close these panels and you'll want to fold this up, but you'll actually want to open this back up. So I do apologize, and then go ahead and slide the window of the rocket ship down just like that. Just go ahead and close out on like that, because what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be splitting these two pieces apart, and there's actually a hinge right here that when you do that, it'll actually just pop apart really easily, and then you just pull it out just like that till it lays flat, and then just roll these down into position just like that. Now as you do that, it will actually reveal these two link ports, which will actually connect into the headlight slots on Optimus, similar to how Optimus combines onto his tractor trailer for his super mode. But anyway, so there we have Jetfire. So we're halfway there, and we're going to go ahead and move on to Optimus. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do with Optimus, if you have his gun on him, go ahead and take that off. We're not going to use it, but you can use it if you want. So the first thing you're going to want to do with Optimus is you're going to want to move the wrist, slide the wrist gauntlets back over his fists, just like this. Just slide them straight forward till they cover his fists, just like that. And then go ahead and kind of make an L shape with the joints on his arms, so it kind of looks like that. So the smokestacks are facing straight out from his chest. Go ahead and do that on the other side too. Make that little L shape right there. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up his chest, which will reveal the matrix of leadership hidden behind the grill of the truck. And then just move this up halfway. And then what you do is you slide this entire piece of his arm, slide it up all the way until this part is actually resting right on the wrist gauntlet. And go ahead and do that on the other side as well. And make sure they click together. And then what you do, hang on one second. There we go. And then just go ahead and rotate the grill the rest of the way up and snap it into position. The next thing you do is you go ahead and flip him over. One thing I forgot to mention is when you do this, make sure you push down on his feet just like that, which will make the fists for his super mode pop out. Do that on both sides just like that. And then what you do is just split him apart right here where this seam is right here. And just go ahead and flip him over, flip him out just like that. And you'll want to give his shoulders a quarter turn, you'll want to rotate his shoulders a quarter turn back, which will reveal these gold plates right here. And then what you do is you bring his arm down. Now for his arm, in order to avoid chewing up any of the plastic, which I actually have done this with a couple of figures in the past, is this piece right here where the shoulder joint is, you'll actually want to grab and you'll want to rotate that entire section, not just the lower part of his arm. So if you do this correctly, you'll have this little square box right here actually facing forward instead of facing in towards the body of the truck. So on the other side, rotate back, bring the arm down, and then rotate the entire arm forward to reveal that little square. All right, now if you turn him around, what you'll do is you'll take this little edge right here will fit right into this groove right here on the back of Optimus' shoulder. It'll just sit nice and snug right there. It doesn't actually click in or anything. It just sits there nice and tight. Go ahead and do it to the other side and do the same thing. And there we have Optimus ready to connect onto Jetfire. Now, in one of my previous videos, I actually stated that there are two different ways to make Optimus Supermode's head pop up. In order to do that without combining him onto Jetfire, there is a little pin right here, right next to my thumb. If you push on that, it will make his head pop up. Or if you look at Jetfire, you'll notice that there's a little nub right there. And if you connect Optimus onto Jetfire, it will also make his head pop up. So what we'll go ahead and do is I'll connect them together and I'll show you how that works. So like I said, these two little link ports right here on Jetfire will actually port into the headlights on the front of Optimus's truck. So you just go ahead and line those up and snap them down. And as you do, Optimus's head will spring up into position. So there we go right there. All right, so now going back to some of the accessories we took off of Jetfire. The Jetfire shield actually has these two pins right here and here. These will actually connect right onto Optimus's chest, and they'll just kind of hug right on these two spots right here. Be careful when you connect this, because if you force it, you can damage the pins. I have actually done that a couple of times, and it's not fun trying to find just one part to an old figure. In addition to that, we've also got Jetfire's plasma blaster, which we can put into Optimus's hand. So he can actually hold on to Jetfire's weapon just like that. And then as an added bonus, if you want to, you can also put Optimus's blaster or his rifle in his other hand. Give him a little extra firepower for when he's fighting Megatron. But anyway, there is the 2002-2003 Transformers Armada Jet Convoy combination. If you guys have any ideas for other Transformers you'd like me to try and do later on, feel free to let me know in the comment section. Even hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to be trying to do a video where I can actually hook Overload, another Autobot Overload, onto either the Optimus Super Mode or the Optimus Jet Convoy. One other thing I actually forgot to do. When you do this, make sure that when you pop his head up, you fold out the wings on his head. I'm sorry I forgot to mention that. But anyway, if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Until then, Bye.